not necessary to form a single file line. If you are traveling with a stroller, please have children and valuables unloaded before you reach our stroller parking area. If you are traveling with someone in a scooter or wheelchair, please have this person lead your party to the line. This will help keep your wait time to a minute. Once again, keep up with the party environment and fill in all available space.
Alright guys, let your hands, arms, feet, and legs to the right. Doors are slide and close. Thanks, Warden. Alright everyone, twin day in Swahili, that does mean let's go. Jumbo everyone, my name is Lori. I'll be your safari driver for the next 2 weeks. Make sure you're nice and comfortable. Make sure everyone stays seated. Keep all hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the vehicle. Hang on to all valuables. If anything falls off of this truck, I cannot stop to go back and get it. Make sure all little ones stay in one lap only. Please don't hold them up. That won't be safe. Alright, now we're starting off this tour here in the Ituri forest. Now it's going to be home to some very shy and reclusive creatures. Like on the left-hand side, we're seeing some bongos hanging out just behind the vegetation. Bongos are actually pretty good at hiding. So good, they're called the ghosts of the forest. Now both male and females will have those horns, so just by looking at them, it's hard to tell who's a boy and who's a girl. On the right, alright, so this is going to be a great, the okapi. It's the giraffe's only known relative. Right now she is trying to hide from us, so we aren't supposed to be able to see her. She's doing great, guys. She's doing great. Now keep in mind, they actually are pretty good at hiding because they weren't discovered up until the year 1901. Before that, they're believed to be an African myth. They granted wishes and brought good luck. Of course, they can't grant wishes. Instead, whenever they're bored enough, they lick their own eyeballs. You didn't see it coming. You tried it? Try again. Alright, friends, coming on up. I'm going to ignore that. Coming up on the left-hand side, these are going to be the black rhinos. Right now, we're getting a really good look at just one. Typically, they do hang out by themselves. Okay, sure. Now, these animals weigh about 3,000 pounds. They mostly hang out by themselves because black rhinos are again pretty territorial. To protect them, just be careful what it is you're buying. Unfortunately, there are less than 5,500 of them left in the world due to the poaching for their horns. Now we're going to keep on going and see if there's anyone else very close to us. There are a couple of other forest antelopes here called greater kudos. They're the cousins of the bongos. Now, I'm not really seeing anyone very close to us, so we're just going to keep on going to the next area. Now, of course, friends, no matter where we're going here today, we're still here in East Africa. That means along the way, it would make sense if I teach you guys a couple of Swahili words. Now, Swahili is going to be the official language for East African countries. That's countries like Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda, but not Wakanda. That's going to be something very different. Now, the first Swahili phrase I have for you guys means good morning. It's going to be habari za asubuhi. Slower, it's going to be habari za asubuhi. So with that, friends, good morning to you guys and to whoever's coming up on the right. Oh, now on the right, you can see a couple of hippos, but there'll be more hippos coming up on the left. So this is for the right-hand side first. Looks like there's two males, father and son. Dad is using his son as a pillow. Coming up, we're going to be seeing one of the wardens and the birds here called pink-eyed pelicans. They do turn pink on their backs during mating season. Now, the warden's here to make sure everyone stays nice and healthy and, of course, safe. On the left, these are the female hippos.
Okay, go sit in mommy's lap so you can see the hippo.
So the boys will hang out in small groups or pairings. Females hang out in bigger groups called bloats. Very beautiful here. They even have a true leader. Now they eat about 90 pounds of vegetation a day because hippos have 3 stomachs. Yeah, 3 stomachs. In Swahili, they're going to be called kiboko. Kiboko. Now, one of my favorite things about the hippos is how cuddly they look. Now, again, they look like very cuddly creatures, but they're not the cuddliest animals we have on our reserve. Now, quick show of hands, friends. Who here wants to see the actual cuddly animals we have on our reserve? They're the cuddliest ones. Awesome. Coming up on the left-hand side, we're going to be seeing them. There they are. Someone says no. Alright, these are going to be Nile crocodiles. They get to be about 18 to 20 feet long with a jaw pressure of 2,000 pounds per inch. By the way, for my friends who are still learning the difference between a crocodile and an alligator, look at their snout. If they have a sharp V-shaped snout, it's a crocodile. If they have a rounded U-shaped snout, it's going to be an alligator. That's why Swahili, this animal is called mamba or mambani. Very, very cool. Now we're going to continue on to go check out some more really cool animals. But of course, the past two areas we've shown here actually shows that the animals call both the waters and the lands their homes. That's why it's really important that we help protect their homes. That's actually very easy to do that. Just make sure you go where your trash, either in trash cans or recycling bins, never on the ground and never within the waters. Now we're gonna keep on going for a very good visual of whoever's coming up next. Hopefully we can find someone really cool. Before we go check out the animals, I want you guys to look to the right and check out this tree. Now, because the savannah we're about to enter goes through several droughts in just 1 year, sometimes it can be hard for the animals to find water on the ground. Now, if they find a bob-up tree like the one on the right, they can easily find water because this tree can serve up to 1,000 gallons of water inside of its trunk by going leafless for 9 months out of the year. Now, the tree is pretty hardy. It can get to be about 3,000 years old. It's called the tree of life since animals can draw water from it using their horns and tusks. And it's also called the Rafiki tree because Rafiki was hanging out in the bob-up tree in the Lion King movies. Now with that, we just saw some pretty cool stuff here, but let's keep on going and check out that zebra just up ahead. Alright friends, I'm going to need a little bit of help here. So as we get closer to the zebra, could anyone call out the color of its nose? Anyone who can see it? Black or brown? Good job. So if a zebra has a black or brown snout, that's going to make it a black horse with white stripes. If they have a snout that's white, gray, or pink, that's a white horse with black stripes. Actually, that version you can find over in Gorilla Falls if you're interested. Very beautiful. Now in Swahili, they're going to be called Punta Malia. The Hartman's Mountain zebra that you're looking at right now is actually pretty friendly. They can make a friendly group of with pretty much any animal, be it giraffes, wildebeest, anyone. Very gorgeous there. Now we're gonna keep on going. We'll see the wildebeest one more time, but on the left coming up, let's see if we can find any African wild dogs. They may be around there somewhere.
Yeah, he just fed him.
Oh, there they are inside the cave. Now these are going to be a couple of the African wild dogs. So they're actually going to be one of Africa's best hunters with a hunting success rate of 80 to 90%. Now these animals are able to reach a full speed of 45 miles an hour and hold that speed for 75 minutes. Not really a cheetah, but if you see one, let me know. You shouldn't. Let me know for sure. With that, these animals, as adorable as they look, you don't ever want to pet them because their version of playing involves rolling around in each other's dung. Yeah. In Swahili, they're called Mbwi Mutu. On the far left-hand side, those are sable antelopes led by dominant male, but really it's a dominant female that controls the movement of the group. So she basically tells him to tell everyone else to get together. In Swahili, they're called Pala Pala. Coming up, we're going to try to go for a closer look at this giraffe here on the right. There's also one on the left, so everyone should get a very good look at a giraffe here. Really cool thing is the giraffe on the right-hand side is a 2-year-old. That's a toddler, my friends. And one on the left is a 1-year-old. Two babies, technically.
Look how close you can see this one. Look how close he is.
Absolutely beautiful here. Now, by the way, giraffes spend about 20 hours a day eating because they have 4 stomachs.
The baby can't reach that tree.
Very cool. With these being the Maasai giraffes, they get to be about 16 to 20 feet tall, weighing up to 4,000 pounds. They are the tallest species of giraffes in this world. Now, they are named after a Swahili-speaking group called the Maasai tribe. Again, we're seeing Maasai giraffes here. So instead of the group calling these animals giraffes, they will call them twiga. T-W-I-G-A, twiga is a Swahili word for giraffe. Up on top of the hill, I'm seeing another one who's eating. These animals don't sleep very often, up to about 30 minutes a day, standing up with their eyes open. Oh yeah, so of course, since the okapi is their cousin, these animals can also lick their own eyeballs if they want to. It's less common with the giraffe, but it can still happen. On the right is a wildebeest, whose name is actually an Afrikaans word that translates to English as wild beast. They're called that because they look intimidating, but really they're very friendly and they're very shy creatures. Oh, some more giraffes are coming up on our left-hand side. This one's very much enamored with all of the vegetation here. She loves her leafy greens.
Oh, another wildebeest. She said there's gonna be another giraffe.
I think this is one of the tallest females we have in the reserve. Oh, and there's a baby in the back. That's another 1-year-old. This one just turned a year old, actually.
Really high. Look at it.
Now, of course, the baby, he looks small compared to everyone else, but he's already about 8 feet tall. When they're born, they're about 6 feet tall, weighing 150 pounds. They can grow as much as 4 feet in just 1 year. Beautiful. Now, by the way, that 6-foot drop that all the babies have actually shocks them to taking their very first breath. So that drop is 100% necessary. Yeah, they kind of do this thing where it's like, welcome to the world, then bam, now breathe. It's very intense. Coming up, I just registered what you said. Coming up on the right-hand side, African elephants. Oh, and on the left, you guys see those mandrills on top of the mound? Onto the very, very top rock, you're seeing a mom and her daughter. So mom is, of course, very good to her. She actually teaches her how to forage for her own food. That baby's about 2 years old. They're also learning how to groom each other. Beautiful. Rafiki, by the way, was a mandrill in the Lion King movie, not a baboon, even though he did sing about him. They smile to establish friendship. They give each other rocks and twigs as presents, but they never pick up baby lions. That is just for the movies. Coming up on the right. Oh.
Whoa, I had that.
So just like the mandrill that we just saw, those mandrills, these two are going to be 2 girl elephants. So it's actually going to be a mother and daughter duo here just hanging out together. They're establishing a very strong bond. Since mom is one of our 2 matriarchs we have in the reserve, that means she's a leader of one of our female groups. Typically during the day, she's going to watch over the group and make sure that they stay safe. But on days like today, when it's a bit more relaxed, they're going to have mom and daughter just hang out here and strengthen their bond. It's actually really, really important that moms and daughters are close. Since most of it becomes mom and daughters will spend their entire lives together, they never leave their mother's group. This goes to the girls only. When it comes to the boys, they age out of the female group between the ages of 10 to 14. At that point in time, they can just hang out by themselves. Now, what's really cool is that sometimes males can be so well bonded to their moms that they might memorize their migrational pattern. They can actually go visit their mom up to 2 times a year. It really depends on the drought, so it could be less than that. Now, some males have been documented traveling up to about 50 miles just to go and find their mom and hang out with her for a couple of hours to a couple of days. Usually not more than a week. Very, very cool. Now, we're going to keep on going and see if there's anyone else hanging out here with us. Hopefully we can find a few more elephants on the left-hand side. We'll see. Oh, now by the way, to help protect the elephants, please be careful what it is you're buying. Make sure it's eco-friendly, cruelty-free, and especially ivory-free as well. Now, unfortunately, elephants are endangered due to the poaching for their ivory tusk. So again, be careful what it is you're buying. I just recognize the elephants in the area, so I do want to go ahead and give you guys a little heads up as to what we're about to see. So we have 3 elephants in the area. This is not a female group. This is actually a trio of males. The big one in the middle, he's our mentor male. The 2 younger ones are still figuring out how to be more independent. Right now, the mentor male is actually going to be teaching the boys, again, how to be more independent, how to communicate with males. It's basically how to be more mature. Now, where that is a little bit of an interesting concept is that the boys love to test that older male. They will try to go for his food, they try to push him, things like that. Of course, with him being about 13,000 pounds, if they try to push him, he's not moving. They're only about 8,000 or 9,000 pounds. Up, there he goes. He's trying to test for dominance, but I'm not sure it's going to work this time. He wants to prove that he's the biggest male elephant in the area, but again, 9,000 pounds versus 13,000 pounds, that is a tough call there. Now, they do like to show affection. Sometimes when they touch each other's lips using their trunks, that's another way of, I guess you could say like holding hands or just giving each other a hug, so it's a show of affection. But sometimes, this one across from us, he likes to try to take the food from the older male's mouth, and that's how we get a spat. He also plays that game, I'm not touching you, but I am touching you, like that. He touched his eyeball, that's why the older male got upset. He went right for the eyeball. He's saying, get away from my face. Go away. And the younger male saying, but I want to cuddle. And the older male says, there's so much room, go away from me. Go that way. Yeah, he's tired. Again, when it comes to being a mature male, they have to have a lot of patience, because any other male, that would not be a very positive experience. But again, he's just more patient. He'll say, go away. On the far left-hand side, these are the Floridian ducks. They live here now. Come here on the left-hand side here. We're actually going to be seeing a couple of the great flamingos. Now, they turn pink after 2 years of eating beta-carotene. Beta-carotene, by the way, is found inside the brown shrimp. In Swahili, these animals are called hero. So if you want to look at the shape of the island, you might just see one of our heroes.
Mickey.
2 small circles, 1 big circle. That is my boss. All right, friends, let's keep on going. But we do have 2 mamas in the area. The babies are best friends. Of course, they are siblings as well.
That's Mother White. That's Mother White.
How cute is that?
There.
These are only a couple months apart, actually. I believe about 2 to 3 months apart. So that's why you can't really tell their ages just by looking at them right now. Or I'm sorry, tell who's bigger. Now, with that, they're absolutely amazing creatures. The babies have a very cool personality already. My favorite thing about them is that they do have names, but they also respond to, oh, they're so cute. Very cute here. Now these are white rhinos weighing about 5,000 to 7,000 pounds. So if you guys remember the black rhino we were looking for earlier, weighed about 3,000 pounds and hangs out by itself. The white rhinos hang out in a group and they weigh about 5 to 7. Now coming up on the left, this is an ostrich. She likes looking at cheetahs. She likes instigating. See? She instigates. The cheetah's looking for her, but she likes to duck down low. See? This little game here. I call her the master instigator here. See, she's trying to find her.
Look at her head.
By the way, the ostrich's eyes are bigger than their brains. With that, the cheetah can go from 0 to 70 miles an hour in just under 10 seconds. They can hold that speed for 30 seconds to a minute and cross 2 football fields in just 1 minute. Cheetahs cannot roar. Instead, they meow like a giant house cat. Also, you're right, sir. You're right. Same concept is going to be for the lions. If that was a possibility, I don't think I could do this. Coming up on the far left-hand side. They might. Let's see. So we're gonna keep on going looking for the lions here. Now the lions, they should be hanging out together. Usually they do that in the morning. We have a mixed gender group here, which means we're gonna have 2 girls and 1 boy. There's that 1 boy. Let's see if we can go for a better look at that face because it's so beautiful. Is she on the top right now? Cute.
Oh, yeah.
We'll ease up. When I stop, guys, if you can't see, please raise your hand. I'll ease up for you. All right, stopping now. Again, if you can't see, please raise your hand. Oh, there's all 3.
Oh.
Oh, he's waking up. We have to go. Beautiful. Now you already know the Swahili word for a lion. It's the word Simba. S-I-M-B-A. Simba does mean lion in Swahili, which also means king or leader. And Rafiki, that is a word that means friend. Now looking on the far left-hand side, if you guys see that green log and they have some hair sticking up from above it, those are warthogs behind the log. So I'm not sure if you can see it from here, but that green log behind it will be warthogs. And the females weigh about 150 pounds, the males 300 pounds. In Swahili, they're called Ngiri, not Pumba, but Pumba is a Swahili word that means foolish one or dummy. On the right, that's another baby rhino, but this one's 2 years old. So that's why he's a lot bigger than the other 2 that we saw. At almost 2,000 pounds. Beautiful. Now the ostrich is coming back because she heard our trucks coming to this location. Now she wants to come check on something because we're getting pretty close to her eggs, which are coming up on the right-hand side. You guys see them? These are ostrich eggs. Now each one weighs about 3 to 3.5 pounds. They're so hard and heavy, a full-grown man gets on top of them and they will not crack or break. They usually will hide them, so it's actually really hard for us to see them most of the time, but I am glad that they are open today, or just less covered. Now we're gonna keep on going here, friends. I do have a question for you guys. Has anyone heard the game The Floor is Lava? Anybody? Awesome. So it's a really fun game. The objects did not touch the ground because it is lava. These animals coming up are really good at playing the game The Floor is Lava. There's people everywhere, or animals everywhere. So we're seeing someone on top of the building, on top of the vehicle, inside the vehicle, on top of the vehicle, the building again. Another one inside the vehicle. Cute. These are Nigerian dwarf goats. Again, they love to get in the floor with lava. They also love to headbutt each other because why not? And they love eating because of their four stomachs. And they can be used as pets, livestock, or in a very traditional sense, a wedding present. But that depends on the wedding. Yeah, not every wedding's gonna do that. Cute. Half of them are babies, half of them are adults. Now, these gates here, unfortunately, they do signify the end of the Harambe Reserve. It also means the end of our Harambe tour. Now, it's our belief here in Harambe that what you see with your eyes, you get value in your heart. And I hope that everything that you've seen here today, that you value and take with you forever. Now, I hope that you guys are able to come back and ride the safari as many times as possible. Personally, I had so much fun. I think I might do this again. And again, so 4:45. So if you guys have any questions, of course, feel free to come up to my window. Again, I love answering your questions or addressing comments, concerns. With that, if you hear a train, that train is actually coming on just in time. Starting at about 9:30, you should be able to go to Rafiki's Planet Watch. Actually, if you go to the back of Rafiki's Planet Watch, you'll find an area called the affection section. If you go there, you can pet animals like those Nigerian dwarf goats, sheep, pigs, even Himalayan goats, and some types of cows. Alright, looks like we're nearing the unloading dock. Go ahead and double check those rows. Now, friends, I do have a question for you guys before I let you guys off the truck. Did you guys have fun? Yeah. Awesome. It's always such a great time checking out all these really cool animals. We got a really nice view of that lion. Usually he's on the very top rock or he's hiding somewhere, so it's hard for us to actually see that beautiful face. But we got a really good look at all three of them, so that was really cool.